Hey there, friends. Welcome to Money, Sex, and Kids yet again.
Why do you always get to say money, sex, and kids? I want to say it next time.
Go.
Okay.
Do it.
Welcome to Money, Sex, and Kids. And it does sound way better when you say it.
If that makes you happy, then go ahead and say it.
It's the small things that make me very happy.
It's the little things. Yep. And speaking of the little things that add up to the big things, that was a good segue. You didn't even plan that.
Yes.
We are talking about saving for big purchases and an easy, almost no-fail way to do it that doesn't hurt along the way, and all of a sudden you could have a big pot of money ready to go to buy whatever that big thing is that you want.
So the old way that we used to do this is the normal way, but the old way is whenever we had Christmas come up, January, we felt the pain of credit card payments, of just like not having any money, and we always told ourselves, man, we were so stupid, we overspent on Christmas, this was terrible.
And we're never gonna do it again.
We're never gonna do it again.
Yet we did it again. And again, and again.
Or we go on vacation, and the vacation's amazing, we just spend. We get home, and we're like, holy crap, we have to tighten our belts. We just went on vacation, and it feels like we pay the vacation off for months after that 4 to 7 day trip we went on. It just seems like we were always playing catch up. And I thought there has to be a better way. And so I started looking at, what do rich people do?
Yeah. And this is how they do it. They save a little bit every single month, every single week, however you decide to do it. And once we lay out the way, you can decide what works best for you. And then they've got this sort of slush fund, this piggy bank, all set and ready to go to spend on whatever it is that you had set out to save for.
So rich people are proactive.
Yes.
Okay. The number one habit of highly successful people in the book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Covey, the number one habit is this: proactive.
Yeah.
People are proactive. So poor people, unfortunately, are reactive. They were like we were. They wait for things to happen and they just react.
Yep.
They wait for things. You know who does a great job of this is the government, right? The government does a great job. Everything is reactive. They're not proactive at all, right? And so rich people, on the other hand, they're very proactive. That's why they save plenty of money for retirement, because they're thinking long term. Instead of waiting for life and money to happen to them, they happen to their life and money. So that's why we had this talk, and I said, look, if rich people are proactive and we want to be rich people, then let's do rich people things and let's be proactive. So we started looking at, and this is what we call them sinking funds, right? So that's what the episode's about today, is about sinking funds. And
I call them online piggy banks, because piggy banks just sounds, I like it better.
And so the term sinking fund, it actually comes from the real estate world. And so let's say you own an apartment complex and you know that every 20 years you need a new roof on this apartment complex. Instead of waiting until year 20 and they're like, oh, it's going to be, a $1 million roof. You're like, oh crap. Rich people who own apartment buildings are proactive, and they say, wow, okay, so let's forecast. What's $1 million divided by 20 years divided by the month? Let's save that amount up each month. So then when it comes, we're like, oh, we have a check, we can write a check and get a deal because we're paying cash.
Paying cash, and it doesn't hurt as bad, right? You have the money there. There's something freeing about spending money that you actually have versus spending money on a credit card that you don't have, and you hope in a month when that credit card bill comes that you have some sort of money to pay at least the minimum payment, right? And then that cycle continues, and it just never feels good. So this is what we start, and we started small, and we started with important things to us. This is going to be completely relative to you, depending on what your big things are that you want to save for. But one great way to start is Christmas.
Yep.
Right? And I know we're in the season right now, so you're saying, okay, well, this is not helping me this year. It won't, but it's going to help you with bigger things next year, looking ahead, okay? Because we're going to be proactive, because Jesus' birthday is Christmas, and it comes every year on December 25th. Never changes the date. That is the date. So we know we can plan ahead, right? We know that date's going to happen.
Yeah, so what we do is we think, okay, let's figure out how much we would like to spend on Christmas, because every year on Christmas we usually overspend, and then we're playing catch up.
Yes.
So we'll just throw out a number. I remember we thought about, what if we had $1,200 to start with Christmas? Now you might be thinking, $1,200, that's either way too much or not enough. We don't buy gifts for each other.
Nope, we don't.
We have other plans with our money. We would rather go and have experiences, so we put money in the vacation fund. But we have 2 kids, right? So we look at, okay, $1,200 for Christmas. if we start thinking about that on December 1st, that sucks because that's $1,200. That's a mortgage payment that we didn't plan on. However, what if we did $100 every single month, or maybe $50 twice a month, and we automatically moved that into this little sinking fund or online savings account.
Online piggy bank.
Piggy bank. And we called it Christmas fund. Let's try this out. And we did that, and all of a sudden December 1st came, and it was like, holy crap, we have money.
Yeah.
We have money. And that we didn't feel it at all through the whole year.
And the nice thing was, say, the end of November, you know, when you start buying for Christmas and you start looking ahead to buy gifts for family and maybe things for the house, or maybe you're going to throw a Christmas party or whatever it might be, it doesn't hurt. You simply have this pot of money online. You've moved it over. You can cash it out and use the actual cold hard cash, or you can use the debit card tied to that account, and then you go start buying, and it feels amazing. And I say that because I want you to feel what it feels like to buy a gift for somebody else or for whatever, and just have the money to pay for it right then and there. It's a completely different feeling.
It's a completely different feeling because, again, you're not paying for it after the fact.
Yeah.
You're being proactive. Rich people are proactive. Poor people, you know, the losers in life, unfortunately, are reactive. Right?
Yeah.
And I remember hearing this. Somebody said, you know, did you know, Chris, that rich people are proactive and losers are reactive? And it just hit me. And I'm like, that's why it sucked so bad all those years.
Yeah.
We were always playing catch up. We were paying off credit card for 6 months. So we just started looking at what are the biggest expenses in our lives that we just, every single year it's a repeat, right? It's like insanity. We screw up, and then the next year we screw up, and then the next year
Because we're doing
up,
the same thing over and over.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So it was Christmas was the first one.
Christmas was, we enjoy taking vacations. And when you talked about experiences, we want to continue to vacation with our family and our friends. So that is something that's important to us. That might not be important to you. So we have a vacation fund that we do the same thing. Again, we decide how much we are able to budget and spend for the year to go on vacation. And then we do the same thing. We come up with an end goal number, and then we divide that by 12. And obviously, if you're starting this is why it's so perfect right now, because you're going to start this either now in December or in January, and you have the whole year to look forward to it. Or if it's a summer vacation, so you have 6 months. That's still enough to come up with a nice slush fund of some bit of money. Again, the vacation doesn't have to be hundreds of thousands of dollars or 10,000. It could be several $100s, and it could be going away and spending, you know, the weekend at a hotel with your family, just something different, you know. And again, it feels different because you saved for it, and it's so much more enjoyable. So Christmas fund, vacation fund, car fund.
So with these online banks, these online savings accounts, you could have anywhere from 50 to 100. That's what they allow you. And the reason why we love online banks so much is if you went down to Wells Fargo, Bank of America, or any banks where they actually have brick and mortar places, you're going to have an inactivity fee if you're saving into it and you're not withdrawing enough out of it. You're going to have a low balance fee if you open an account and you only put $50 in there. You're going to have all these convenience fees, which are horrible. They're not convenient at all. They suck. And so you're going to have all these fees. And so online banks are like, hey, come over to us. Because we have the same protection. You're insured up to $250,000 per account. So you have the same protection, but we don't have buildings and all these other expenses because we're online. So we could pass that savings on to you. And not only do they pass that savings on to you in the form of they no longer have these convenience fees, but they can also offer you better rates. Now, am I saying anybody out there is going to get rich off of savings accounts? No. But if an online bank is 31 times better as far as a return each month than one of these big banks around the corner, I will go with that all day long. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to get rich, but hey, if you can make a few extra bucks a month for doing nothing, why not? Right, why not? So we'll put links in the show notes here below of the online banks. And the reason why I don't want to mention one is I've been doing this long enough that these online banks are nonstop running promotions.
Yeah.
So if we mention one in the video, chances are when you're watching this, it's no longer relevant, and you're going to be mad at me. And you're going to send me hate mail, and you're going to say you're the most evil person in the world. And I hope.
And we do read the hate mail, by the way.
And we enjoy it. No, we don't.
Actually, no, I don't enjoy it, but
and
it happens.
I'm learning to, on a side note, I'm learning to love people who hate me.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
No, it's not easy. Okay, side note. Okay,
so
sidetrack.
we'll put the links in here, and we'll always keep those updated.
So again, you decide how many of these online piggy banks that you want, and then you again decide how much you're willing to save for that. Another great one I mentioned just now, a car fund. You're like, what about a car fund? And that might be a whole separate episode in and of itself, but we don't drive cars that have car payments. We stopped that a long time ago because that was obviously dragging us
Can
down.
I just ask a question here? If you're watching this and you have a car payment, be honest. Do you like that car payment? Every single month when you write that check or it comes out automatically,
Yeah.
does that feel good? I have yet to meet anybody that's like, I love my car payment.
Right. So you probably don't. You're probably
We're
saying
going to do
no.
a whole episode on car payments.
Okay, we'll do a whole, and how to never have a car payment again.
Yes.
So this is actually a way to never have a car payment again. We actually pay ourselves in a sinking fund, in an online piggy bank fund, a car payment every single month.
Yes.
And what that does is it starts to create this fund of money so that when our newer, older cars, they're new to us. That's why I say newer, older, but they're old cars. When they start to finally say, bye-bye, you can't drive me anymore, you need to sell me, we can sell it for something. And then we have a pot of money where we can take from to add to what we sold that car from, add it to it,
Yep.
and then go find a newer, older car for us that will last us another several years.
Can I give the example?
Yes.
So I look at I look at our sinking fund it's called the new car fund, but we don't drive new cars, but it's new to us.
New to us.
And so I look in there and I think we had about, right around $8,000, right? And so we sold my vehicle that I had, I think for $7,000.
Yep.
So we had like $17,000 or $15,000, something like that in there.
Yeah.
And so I love getting a deal. So I look and I find this Escalade, Cadillac Escalade, not a big deal.
2012, baby.
No, 2004.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, I find this 2004 Cadillac Escalade. Escalade, baby, blingin', It's amazing. And the guy wanted.
It's nice.
It is nice.
It
It's
really is.
what's like a fancy cream color? They just call it cream?
Like yeah, I think it's just cream.
It's amazing though.
Yeah.
So
it's like opal. It's opal.
The only problem is it's a Cadillac Escalade and has Chevy rims on it. They say Chevy, so
It's
we're
fine,
figuring that
whatever.
out. But anyway, so I find this Escalade for $12,000 or for $13,000, and we show up. So we have 15 in the account.
By the way, with our kids, we show up to try to buy this car.
By the way, that is
A great teaching moment.
no. It also people like when you're with your kids, they're like, oh, that's so cute, and you're like, I just want to buy this vehicle for my kids. I love them so much. I just want something safe for them, and they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So we have 15,000 in the account. I want to get a deal. So we walk in with $12,000 cash where I open up a briefcase and there's dollar bills in there. And I'm like, hey, will you take 12? Boom, they take 12. That is so much different than going to the dealership for 6 hours and going back and forth because I've never met anybody that likes doing that. And that's why we have the sinking fund that had cash in it so we can flip out the cash, say, are our kids cute?
Yes.
We love them and we would love this vehicle for them to be protected in. And we drive away in, to us, a new Escalade. And it was new in 2004.
Yes, and I will say though, back to the dealership idea, going into a dealership with cash is still just as good, and you will still get a great. I mean,
Yep.
you will get a good deal, and you could leave just as fast.
Yes.
Walking in there with cash
Absolutely.
and buying a new older car there, if that's your thing too. So,
Yep.
however you do it. You have a fund to do it. You allocate certain amount of money every month to that fund. Another one that we love is a birthday fund. Birthdays of people that you love come around the same time every year, same sort of thing. Or even if you are in it right now, with like kids our age, there is a birthday party every single weekend. Okay. So we don't go to all of them. We don't say yes to all of them, but
Only the kids we like. No, I'm kidding. We love all your kids.
we love all your kids.
Yeah, they're all amazing.
But okay, so even if it's $10 to $20 you're spending on a gift, it's $10 to $20. And if you don't want to have that as part of your monthly budget to allocate as you're spending, you can just have a fund and you could put as simple as $20 a month in it. And then by the time, halfway through the year comes up, you've got several $100.
Yep.
So those kind of ideas. Again, you can have as many or as little amount of these funds as you want. I think we have somewhere in the range of 6 or 7 of them.
Seven, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
So in some of we've been doing this a while, so I've obviously helped a lot of people create their online piggy banks or piggy funds. So some of the ones that I've seen that are really smart is a back to school fund.
Yes.
That's always a couple $100 in August that you're not ready for, right?
Yep.
Vacation, new car, Christmas. And we say Christmas a lot in these episodes because we are followers of Jesus and we believe in Jesus and the birth of Jesus on Christmas Day. If you do not believe or you're not of the Christian religion, don't hate on us, right?
No.
Like, we're sorry, but we're not sorry, okay? So I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, we love you no matter what, but sorry, we're not sorry, okay? I mean, whatever you celebrate, create a fund for that.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay,
makes sense.
We're not mad at anybody,
No.
but I just want to be like, what about me? I don't believe in Christmas. That's fine. Whatever. You do you.
Yeah,
right?
you do you, girl.
Okay. So then, so new car we talked about, back to school, vacation, and we have a friend that she was like, look, I had 3 kids and my boobs are pointing down. I want them to be up here. New boob fund. I was like, excellent. I like it.
Yeah. So again, whatever big savings it is, big purchase that you're going to make, save for it.
Yep.
Be proactive. It's easier. It's a lot easier than it sounds. And maybe just start with 1 or 2 to begin with. And again, a little bit goes a long way. Isn't that true with anything? A little bit of effort every week, every month goes a long way. And by the end of it, you've got cash to spend. And it's your cash that you earned, that you decided I'm going to do something with it.
There's this old saying, how do you eat an elephant? And by the way, who's eating elephants?
I hope
but there's
not.
an old saying that says, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time.
Yeah.
Small little bite.
Yep.
So you're looking at this going, okay, I have to save up, $10,000 for whatever. All right, well, let's see. What does this look like on a monthly basis? How long does it take? And then work from there. I promise you, if you do this, you are going to be way happier with the money when it comes time to spend it than if you don't do this. That's a guarantee.
Guaranteed.
You can take that to the bank or the online bank.
The online bank,
Yes.
the online piggy bank, that is.
All right.
Okay, so make it happen. Start today. He will make sure that you have an updated list constantly of the online banks that are running promotions and things like that. But bottom line, do something today.
All right. Fist bump. Not a big deal.
2012, baby.
No, 2004.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. So we ended up finding this 2000.
Wait, can I just hold on? It really looks like a 2012. I didn't say I was great at all of this. That's why I married him. He's better at it.
All right.
I drive a Kia Sorento.
Restart.